Hey y'all, hey, I am back with another video. We're going to talk about not just irrigation, but using a transfer pump with your rain barrels. I have 4, but I have our transfer pump hooked up to these 2. And one of them that I gave this idea to one of my garden group, and I got this idea from another YouTuber some time ago. Basically, I took like some um, fertilizer, organic fertilizer, that has both NPK and it's just like a 3-2-3. So it's not strong, it's pretty light. So I'm not over fertilizing. So basically, I took some fertilizer and a little bit of fish emulsion. I put it in this, put like double, triple, whatever in this, and then I added a little rainwater, and then I poured it into here. Only because I could twist this off and take a stick and stir it. That's something else you could do. If you put this directly in there, screw the top off, take like a big stick or something and stir it up really, really good, so you can get a good mix going on in there, and then you water your stuff. This is only for fertilizing. Now I could use this one not to fertilize. So if I want to switch this hose to over here, then this is just regular water, regular rainwater that I could use. But if I'm fertilizing, we're going to fertilize from here. So it's just an idea. Instead of walking around with watering cans or filling something like this up with fertilizing water and then just going back and forth, which is what I normally did. But I was like, wait a minute, I could just put some fertilizer in here and water directly from here using our transfer pump. I'll put the one that I purchased in the description below. And there's so many out there, but do not get a one that needs battery power. Get an electronic one that you would just plug up because the batteries wear out. I learned that lesson last year. So anyway, so this is what I'm doing. I've already added the fertilizer. I got my water hose. So we're going to switch this over so you guys can see a better view and just how powerful and how efficient this is when watering like a large garden. So hold on for a second. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, you guys gonna have to see me from behind for 2 seconds while I go grab the hose, but I want you guys to get a great view of what I'm doing. So basically, I've already started watering. This is my watering hose. I bought a 100-foot watering hose only because I have a large garden and I want this to go everywhere. I do have a hose link, but not by the brand hose link, but I do have a hose link up against my home that's installed. My husband installed. It's by Vivor. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years now, and I love it. And that's like a 100-foot one too, and I could go all throughout. But that's regular water. That's house water. But anywho, that's the city water. We'll say that. But here's my watering hose. When I post the transfer pump, you'll see how much power it has, so you'll have an idea what it can possibly do. This is my hose. But I've already done my watermelons, so I'm going to do my entire garden. And if I run out of water in one of the rain barrels, I can always go to the other one. But we know it's not fertilizer in there, so I'm going to make sure this round that I know I'm working from the fertilized rainwater, that I plant the plants. I mean, that I water the plants that needs the fertilizer. Okay, so here's my flow. I gotta hold on because probably got a little kink in it. Let's not waste this water. Let me pull this a little bit more. There we go. I don't want no problems. Uh-oh, get off my lavender. Okay, let's see what we got now. If I got the kinks out. A little bit. Let's see, y'all. I should have got a kink-free hose, but this was a nice bargain. So that's why I got it. And it was the length that I wanted for a good price. So this should be, oh, that's what it is. I got to turn it on. Duh. Let's turn it on, y'all. So plug it up. Turn the water on. There we go. That was the problem, y'all. I forgot I turned this off for this video before I set it up because it has the sound. But anyway, I'm back. I watered my melon raised beds. So here we go. Look at that. This is coming from my transfer pump rainwater that's attached to my rain barrels. So again, when you're watering, you're not watering the leaves, you are watering the soil. You want the roots to reach down deep and look for that moisture so it'll grow better. You wetting the leaves is not doing anything but causes fungus issues, mildew issues, insect issues. So if you don't wet the plants, the leaves as much as possible. Go directly to the soil. You want to do a deep watering. I know where I'm at in zone 6. Most people say 6A. I just say 6. Okay. We're going to be in the 80s, pretty much 80s for the next couple of days. It was 80s yesterday. We have had some relief from rain. I know most of us have been dealing with a lot of rain. We have in the Midwest. So I don't miss it right now because we got too much. We got too much. But I think it's supposed to rain Saturday or Sunday, one of those days, which is fine. That gives us a couple of days of relief. But I'm going to deep water because I got a lot going on. I had to do some yesterday. Today, I'm a Master Gardener intern. So I'm doing an activity with the Master Gardener Program, the Illinois Extension Master Gardener Program. So I got to do that today in Blue Island to help out. I believe it's at a school teaching school-age kids how to plant in a bag. So one of the Master Gardeners is facilitating it. So as a volunteer, I'm going in to help out. So I'll be working with kids today. I don't know which school age she's going to give me, but I'm not, worried or anything. But anywho, so I got that to do today. So the best time to come out and water your things anyway is early morning, before noon, before the heat of the day starts, because you want your plants to get all the moisture from the rainwater that you just gave it as much as possible. You don't want to do, water in the middle of the day when it's hot, the sun is beaming. It's going to just cause your plants stress, and the water would just, the rainwater would just drop just as fast as you watered it. So it's best to just do it in the morning to give your plants time to suck up all of that good moisture from the rainwater. So yes, so anywho, I'm over here watering my cherry tomatoes, but these are the yellow ones. And I may have to trim this one back because this one plant can get stupid. Like literally, it can get stupid. And I don't need that many cherry tomatoes. But I also have Roma tomatoes. Okay, something popped out. There we go. I got plum tomatoes and San Marzano. Those are the paste tomatoes. Those are the ones you're going to use to make tomato sauce. Okay, so I think this bed she's good. I'm going to harvest some of these sorrel leaves today too. I did this one already as I water the leaves. Don't do what I say, not what do as I do. Okay, so I slipped right there for a minute and got those leaves. These are like three cabbages. It's time to pull these cabbages out because it's getting too hot, but I did put some shade cloth on it just to give them a little bit more time. One of them has headed up. The other one got small heads, but I can still use the large leaves, the ones that are not damaged from the cabbage moth. I can still use those and put them like in my greens. It's just that you have to cook these a little bit longer because they're tougher. That's the only thing. Now, I will admit with the cabbage plants, you can water the leaves because the water kind of tunnels down to the root of the plant. Now, that's one plant you can like hit the middle of that plant and let it just trickle down, that it won't do any harm. Because just think about it, when it rains, your cabbage leaves really don't get as damaged if it was like a tomato or something like that, if we just had constant rain. The cabbage actually prefers it. Is that a worm? Oh, that's a y'all know I'm gonna mess this insect up. That's the good one. I can't think of praying mantis. I had like 4 praying mantis sacks, or I can't, the words are losing me right now. Sacks, like on some of my bushes throughout the yard, and that's a good insect because they eat aphids and all the other bad insects. So you see a praying mantis, let it be. Let it be, because I just saw one. I will bring you guys in closer, but I am on a time frame. It's like maybe 7 something in the morning. You guys know I'm an early bird. And I got to get this done. So these are my raspberries. I'm actually getting raspberries on this one. I've had this plant, maybe this is their 3rd year. The 2nd year, I blew the mission. I trimmed it back too hard, so I lost my blooms last year. I didn't get any raspberries last year because I cut back too hard. So this year, they're coming back. They're stronger, actually stronger. And this one is giving me fruit. This one hasn't as of yet, but that's fine too. So, you know, I'm learning more with my fruit plants than anything because this is all new for me. Most of the veggie plants I'm pretty versed in, but it's the fruit that I'm learning more. So I'm trying to get down up in here. Let's move this out the way because some of these bushes are prickly. So you want to be careful of thorns. My golden raspberry has a lot of thorns, so I would have to put on my gloves that come like up to here because, yeah, that part. I would get hits. I was getting hit myself. So yeah, we're gonna water all this stuff in. I planted some onion sets. I don't know how they're gonna do because the onion sets that you buy, the little baby bulbs, they might think they're in their 2nd year. And instead of giving me a bulb, it might try to flower and give me seeds. I don't mind because onion seeds, you have to have fresh onion seeds every year anyway. But if I can get a couple of bulbs, I'll take them. But if I don't and get seeds, I'll take the seeds and just share them with my garden friends and others. So yeah, so we're gonna water all this good old stuff in. And if you're growing in a garden, in a grow bag, a cloth grow bag, I'm gonna have to put some sticks in here to keep this from flopping. If you're growing in a growing bag, you're gonna have to water more because those bags dry out fast. And you'll say, "Oh, I just watered this," and the grow bag will be like, "No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I see something back here I can use." The garden bag is gonna say, "No, you didn't. You gotta water me again, because you know I am special. I need more water." So this bed is pretty sparse. I got I think a Fresno in here. I got a lemon drop melon in here. One of the plants got a lot of pill bug damage. I guess they were like, "We just gonna eat this one down." So I let the pill bug have that one. I usually put like a little turtleneck around it using a nursery can, a smaller nursery can, and I cut the bottom out of it. And let me see what you guys can see because I know I'm getting closer. I'm pulling this celery out, so we ain't gonna even try to water that. Let me see how you guys are viewing me. Because at this point, I can't tell. Okay, I had to turn the camera around. The sun might be shining at the point that I don't know how much you guys can really see. So we're not going to spend a lot of time over here. Again, I'm pulling out this old celery plant. This one is growing. I'm going to have to harvest this. It won't be today. It's going into seed. So that's another reason why I'm going to pull it. I don't need any more celery. And I could be using this space for something else. I think I'm going to plant some more polling beans and cucumbers. Because again, the cucumber beetle, that little black and yellow striped little bug that's almost like the size of a ladybug, that's a cucumber beetle. It will destroy your cucumber. So when you see that yellow and black striped tiny beetle on your cucumbers or on your melons, it's a bad bug. Kill it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. So this bed is a little sparse. I got a few onions, like 1-2 peppers. Like I said, my lemon drop melons. This one, like I said, is on the struggle bus because the pill bugs mess with that one. But this one is trying to take off. Yeah, so see how well the transfer pump does in your garden. And if I want to turn this down some, like if this is too strong, let's see, I could do that. I could do the soaker. And then I could just ease it up a little bit with this hose. It doesn't have to be so strong. Like I would maybe take it down like that. And then just go over here set the hose down. You can walk away. Like, I need to trellis a few things. Some of my melons need to be trellised. My tomatoes need to be cut back. Like, so while that's running, I could be doing something else. Now, I have to admit, these are the largest okra leaves I've ever had. So the okra must be loving this soil over here. And it's actually hiding one of my pepper plants. So I'm probably gonna get rid of one of these leaves so my pepper plant can get some sun. So I'm gonna take off. And it's okay to take off a leaf here and there if it's blocking something, or something is hidden under it that needs sun. Just take the leaf off. Expose it. So yeah, we got oregano. I need to harvest oregano, celery. I got calendula growing back there. And I have to get back there sometimes and grab it because it's hard for me to get to it from here. But yeah, so I'm just going to put that down there. And I'm coming in closer to you guys for a moment. And look how big these okra leaves are. These are really big. My okra leaves ain't never been this big, especially the ones I threw on the ground. Like, those are some big okra leaves. I got to do that tomato plant. I got to do my strawberries and all the little peppers that's in these little grow bags along the side of the arbor. This moon and stars, like, I'm loving it. And I'm guessing they calling it moon and stars watermelon because of the leaf. You see the little spotty leaves? It's doing beautifully. So let's turn this around. And I am getting ready to find a level area. Let's bring you guys up a bit. Back a bit. We're going to act like we're doing this live, okay? Anyway, I need to trellis some of the stems of this melon. This one is catching on real good. Is this one caught on? We're going to do this one using my little plastic clips. I'm saying now I need to keep a couple of these in my pocket because every morning I come out, I'm like, oh, you got to trellis something. So we'll do that. And one of the things I do in the evenings, because like I said, I don't know what's in here digging. I think it was a possum. Every now and then I think a possum comes out. Could be a cat. But because I do see a cat in the area. And I don't mind cats being in my yard. I'm like, please. We don't have issues with mice, but I ain't trying to get an issue with mice either. So if a mice sense a cat in the area and decide to go somewhere else, please do. Because we can't live together. So yeah. So I haven't had any issues, with mice or anything like that, but I just know cats tend to help out. So I don't mind seeing a cat in my yard. I really don't, because most of my beds are raised, so I'm not afraid of them pooping in my bed. So that's not a concern for me. Let me go over here and put this one right there. Okay. So let me go move this water and put it over here by the tomatoes where you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, basically, I just went ahead and finished everything because you guys didn't need to see me water everything. But I'm done. I used the majority of both rain barrels. So everything is watered deeply. The green stalks, only green stalks I haven't done are the ones that's over closer to the deck. I'm probably not going to use rainwater because the Vivor hose link is over there. I'm just going to go ahead and let that water those two. And so I could just make it easier for myself so I won't be walking back and forth. But I hope you guys got some good information about using a transfer pump for your rain barrels, attach it to your rain barrels for more power, get you a long hose, whatever size or length that you need to be able to stretch out and go throughout your entire garden with the water hose. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Looking at my lilac, it looks a little sad. I wonder if it's too much water. My neighbor on the back of me, like all of our backyards are connected, just divided by fencing. She floods at the back of her gate. And I'm wondering if my lilac is like, we ain't liking all of that, especially with all the rain we just had. But anyway, I'm sorry for the distraction. It's you. Sorry, you know, gardeners have squirrel moments because we're talking and we think we're going to sit down and relax and we're going to talk about something else. And if we see something else, we just get off subject, okay? Most of us already know that. So excuse me. But anywho, again, transfer pump, electric, not battery powered because batteries wear out, and you get that pressure that you need and the gravity that you need to come out of those rain barrels to water your entire garden, which is the best water that you can give your plants, be it flowers or veggies, is rainwater. You saw that I put fertilizer. I pre-mixed it already with some rainwater, and then I poured it in a couple of times just to make sure I can get it all in there well. You can take off the top, get a long stick and, you know, stir it up to make sure it's all blended well, or you could do what I did. But anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I got to get in here, relax a little bit, get something to eat because I got to head out for a Master Gardener intern activity that I'll be doing. I need to do 40 hours. I think I'm only get like about 12 or 15, but I got to do 40 hours within a year of interning. And then once I do the 40 hours of like actually physically volunteering, then I have to do 20 more hours. I have to in total have 60, but I got to at least do 40 in person. So the other 20 I could do online by, excuse me, this morning I got the morning voice going on, by going online and doing like learning activities and webinars, you know, within those 20 hours, or I could still use those other 20 hours to actually physically go somewhere and help. You do things from helping plant out a garden, watering a garden, a community garden, something like that. Doing things with seniors, with children. It's all types of activities, but it's all things gardening, be it flowers, veggies, herbs, or whatever. So that's part of my retirement plan. So when I retire, I'll have that as an activity for myself because, as you see, I like to keep busy. But anyway, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some ideas from it and can take away even my layout, take some ideas, suggest some ideas. I'm open to those. And like I always say, be blessed, but also be a blessing. And don't forget to click like. All right. Thank you guys. See you on the next.